Hey there, welcome back to the Scrub Hub. Today we're going to be looking at something kinda weird. A friend and I were talking on the phone the other day and accidentally thought ourselves into a monster ad clearing build, and after about an hour of snowballing and random testing, here we are and I'm making a video about it. Keep in mind this is not a particularly serious build and is more suited for just running strikes or other non-endgame content. And before I get into the rest of the video, if by chance you enjoy what you're about to watch, a like or a subscribe goes a long way for the channel, and if you want to see more, don't forget to hit the notification bell. I really appreciate it. So before I waste any more of your time, let's get right into the build. The entire basis for this build is ricochet rounds. Not just on any gun though, a certain light machine gun that deals arc damage, and that Banshee also happens to be selling this week. A little bit behind on this video, so unfortunately reset is coming really soon and it's only going to be out for a couple more hours, but maybe you guys see where I'm going with this. As far as I know, there's only one gun I can think of that would make you more powerful by shooting your own face with arc specifically. And that is of course Risk Runner. Risk Runner's exotic perk allows you to chain lightning among targets you hit while having a bottomless mag for 5 seconds after taking arc damage. What's nice is that this arc damage does not have to come from an enemy, and over the years people have found ways to activate this by themselves. Generally that's been taking damage from grenade or something like that, but my friend and I wanted to find something a little bit more efficient. This isn't really anything new, but to be honest, I haven't seen anyone talking about what my friend and I thought up. Although, maybe that's just more likely because I'm taking a dumb idea way too far. So to make this totally stupid idea work, you need the LMG that Banshee is selling this week, which is the 7th Seraph machine gun, which deals arc damage and also can roll with ricochet rounds, which is what he's selling today. Essentially, all you have to do is pair this machine gun with Risk Runner and shoot yourself with the machine gun by walking into a wall and firing when you need the buff. When you try this, continuously hold the input to walk into the wall, because for some reason this seems to push your hitbox a little closer and make it easier to hit rather than just standing at the wall, and after you land the hit, you'll have the Risk Runner buff active for 5 seconds. Obviously that isn't very much time, but what makes Risk Runner great is that you can extend this time by getting kills with the buff active, and that's incredibly easy to do when lightning is chaining everywhere. Now what makes this an actual build is how easily you can become charged with light. To do this, you're going to want to roll with taking charge, which will make you become charged with light after every orb you pick up, and then run that with stacks on stacks, so each orb will give you 2 charges. You can use protective light for a defensive buff to keep you alive longer, since this is a very aggressive playstyle. And for a little bit more survivability, you can run with solar or void class armor, so you can utilize health regen mods as well. Obviously, this build is kinda silly, and like I said, not much good outside of regular strikes and stuff like that, but if you love using Risk Runner, I really think this is something you'll enjoy. Inside of lower level activities, it actually works really well and is a lot of fun. I just probably wouldn't be taking this into any Master or Grandmaster Nightfalls or raids or stuff like that. So a couple more quick things before I sign off here. If you're struggling to find a reliable surface to ricochet off of, Stasis Glacier grenades and Warmine cells, believe it or not, can actually function as alternatives. You can easily spawn Warmine cells from the LMG you're already using, and if you're using the right fragments, Glacier grenades are really easy to regen quickly. Titan barricades work even better than either of these two and are much easier to ricochet off of. Also, if you want your heavy slot free for DPS or something like that, you could run a kinetic primary with osmosis and an arc subclass, with ricochet rounds of course. I didn't get to test this personally because I'm kind of an idiot and have never kept an osmosis weapon, but pairing this with something like Shinobu's Vow for hunters could actually make this viable in the Crucible too. Shinobu's Vow feeds grenade energy back into itself, and with high discipline you could be throwing grenades constantly, thus activating osmosis on a kinetic like Fatebringer or Dire Promise. Then you can shoot yourself with the ricochet rounds, get the Risk Runner buff, and then jump out there and maybe shred some people. It's weird, but it definitely has the potential to work. Not to mention you become the immediate bane of Heir Apparent. So anyway, I wanted to keep this video a little bit shorter. I hope you enjoyed. It's kind of a meme build. I like just having fun in Destiny here and there instead of being meta all the time. And this build really does have its place in some rare moments and can be really fun. And if you enjoyed the video with all my dumb ideas, I'd be thrilled if you let me know down in the comments. Like the video or even subscribe. I do a variety of Destiny videos once a week on all kinds of topics, and usually more serious than this one. Either way, thanks again for watching. I really appreciate you guys taking your time, and I'll see you in the next one.